possession of dangerous drugs, contrary to Section 23, subsection 5 of the Dangerous Drugs Act. How do you plead?
Wait, Your Honor, wait, whatever the charge is, boy, I innocent, wait, not guilty, 100%.
I doing the bank lane shuffle, cause boy, I in one mess. I doing the bank lane shuffle, now I can't get no rest. I doing the bank lane shuffle, how I can get out this. I doing the bank lane shuffle, the judge lead me in. University, I'm a pro, ain't no place that you won't be. Even though they got women born and everything free. So watch the things you do and the life that you live. Cause I can tell you not a bunch don't care who you is. You think the ace too money, say goodbye to your mommy. You kill a woman child, you bail and get denied. You're drunk and you drive by, then you gon' have to pay the tab. You lie and you smuggle, now do the bank lane shuffle. Bank lane shuffle, cause boy I in one mess. I doing the bank lane shuffle, now I can't get no rest. I doing the bank lane shuffle, how I can get out this. I doing the bank lane shuffle. The shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle, what the shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle, what the shuffle. We shuffle it, we shuffle it, we shuffle it, the shuffle, we shuffle it, we shuffle it, we shuffle it, the shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle, what the shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle, the shuffle.
Number one and I drove it home. When I gave her number one, I drove it home. When I gave her number one and she said the fun has just begun, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number two and I drove it home. When I gave her number two, I drove it home. When I gave her number two, she said, darling, this can't be true, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number three and I drove it home. When I gave her number three, I drove it home. When I gave her number three, she said, please make love to me, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number four and I drove it home. When I gave her number four, I drove it home. When I gave her number four and she said, darling, give me more, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number five and drove it home. When I gave her number five, I drove it home. When I gave her number five, she said, oh Lord, I'm so alive, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number six and I drove it home. When I gave her number six, I drove it home. When I gave her number six and she said, I feel like I won't go, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number seven and drove it home. When I gave her number seven, I drove it home. When I gave her number seven, she said, darling, I'm in heaven, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number eight and I drove it home. When I gave her number eight, I drove it home. When I gave her number eight, she said, wait, cause I'm a little bit late, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number nine and drove it home. When I gave her number nine, I drove it home. When I gave her number nine, she said, oh, I'm right on time, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number 10 and I drove it home, but I was getting tired. When I gave her number 10 and drove it home, I was getting tired. When I gave her number 10 and she said, honey, the old boy Ben, but put your lips close to mine and drive it home. But I raised up number 11 and drove it home. I raised up number 11 and drove it home. When I raised up number 11, she said, you've got to be a Bahamian, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her the full 1 dozen and drove it home. I gave her the full 1 dozen and drove it home. When I gave her the full 1 dozen, I found out she was my first cousin, but I put my lips close to hers and I drove it home. You better believe me. Now who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. Listen. Sissy was living in this apartment. 5 months gone by, they don't pay no rent. They never tipped the maid a solitary cent. So she got some hot pepper, mixed it up in the Vaseline, and away she went. And here the sissy. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Now who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Damn it, my bungie on fire. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. I want to know. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. Listen, they sent for a police to investigate. 1 o'clock in the morning, sissy policeman knocking on the gate. 1:15, I heard that policeman shout, "Hey! Somebody put pepper inside my mouth." He was sucking bungie. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. I want to know. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline?
1, 2, 3, 4, there's knocking at the door. 5, 6, 7, 8, please don't be too late. Still counting, 9, 10, this jamming once again. 4, 3, 2, 1, this party again done at the center. The center. The center. The center, 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 center. The center. The center. The center, 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 center. Oh, come on. Yes, man. Let's go. Baby, you say I can't go out with you. No, 'cause when we dance, I just take off my shoes.
Everybody just spend it out, you know.
I gonna tell you one thing tonight, and this is so true. Ooh, the only jam you the smell is when I jam in with you. Oi, at the center, the center, the center, the center, 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 the center, the center, the center, 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 center. Let's go, girl. Oh, come on. Yes, man. Listen, darling, you know I can't live without you. No, but don't be so slow, 'cause it's time to go, and you acting like you're stuck in glue. One thing I don't want to do is stand in no line. No, time is of the essence, girl, and I love to whine. Hey, at the center, the center, the center, the center, 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 the center, at the center.
I have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahama land to the foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Foundation with Howard Grant right here, jamming with you. Grateful to be in your company. Grateful to be here with you on this beautiful Monday, November 3rd, 2025. I hope you're good out there in the land of the living. I hope you are blessed. I hope you feel rejuvenated. I don't hope that you wasn't like me. I didn't know where the hell I was on Sunday. Can I get an amen? I say, well, why? I wake up, my alarm goes off at 6:30. I wake up and I say, why is it so bright at 6:30? I forgot the time change. It totally slipped my mind. But throughout the day, I was able to amalgamate my mind to the thing and was able to enjoy myself with my family. I hope you guys are good out there, man. I hope you guys are really good being able to put some things together and make some things happen. And, yeah, I'm excited, man. I really am. In these last few days of the year, we got about, my birthday is going to be December 1st. December 1st is my birthday, right? I'm thinking of, we will. We're going to have an event. We're going to have a sort of a soft opening launch for this new thing that I was telling you about. And probably invited about 100 or so people there. And so we're still pushing to get that done and really be able to bring persons into that space and enjoy ourselves in that particular space and whatnot before we kind of slide over into the new year and make some things happen. Yeah, man, this is a beautiful time that we're in. And so I'm hoping like us, right? See ya? I'm hoping like us, right? So, don't worry about it. That that you guys are working towards something. I hope that you are. I hope that you're working towards something. I hope that you're working towards a sort of an idea for growth and development. I hope that you're working towards this sort of a concept to be able to make some things happen. I hope that you're working towards even those goals that you've set at the beginning of this year, with whether you've resolved to evolve or whether or not this is just something that you're doing. I hope that you're getting involved to make some things happen, right? So we're going to have a good conversation about that. We're going to talk a little bit about politics. I've been trying to reach Iram Lewis. Information, I couldn't reach Iram Lewis. Tried to reach Lincoln Bain. I couldn't reach Lincoln Bain. I guess they don't want to have a conversation about this sort of whatever is popping up in social media as indicating that they are, that Iram is leaving the organization. Whoa. I don't know. And so I've been asking, and I've been trying to be able to get formality to find out exactly what's what. Guys, if you know anything about it, please give me a call, 827-0111, 827-0111. Hit me up right here in the chat. So right there, I think you can put it over here, you know. I see somebody had all the information over here. You see right here? This is me talking to him, you know. All the information was right here. All the text is coming through. Boom, pop up right there. Amen. So I'm sure he can do that. He got skills to pay the bills. Praise God. So we can see if we can make that happen, right? But you can be able to hit me up with a text in the comments. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like and share on Facebook. If you're on WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, TikTok, like and share. If you are on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, right? Please like, subscribe, share. I need that so we can be able to get these numbers up. I'm hoping that we can be able to find ourselves nestled into a position where we have a good chunk of people listening to us, reaching out to us. We have a good rotation on a day-to-day basis where persons, maybe 2,000 people, especially on TikTok, which I'm surprised. I didn't know that we would get so much engagement on TikTok. But on TikTok, we're hearing persons, maybe because we get the clips, and, they engage in the clips. But we get like 2,000, 3,000 persons being able to do that. And we're looking for more. We're looking for subscription, right? We're looking for subscription. We're looking for you to be able to tap into that and becoming part of and involved in what we're doing in this particular area, right? We're looking for you to be able to help us out in those areas. Okay? So let's talk about some stuff. What's been going on over the weekend, guys? What's on your mind? Let's make it an open line day if you want to have a good conversation about these things. There's a lot of things going on in the country right now, and I know a lot of you want to be able to have this kind of a conversation about it. Final group of Melissa evacuees returned home yesterday, the last of nearly 1,500 persons from Hurricane Melissa evacuees left New Providence on a flight to Exuma, which was serving as a hub for the transporting them back to the islands in the southeastern Bahamas. This was the minister responsible for disaster risk management, Leon Lundy. This is what he said ahead of Melissa's arrival in the Bahamas as a Category 1 storm, right? So we hope that you guys are good and hoping that everything, I don't know what's going on. Did you politicians decide collectively to yourselves that we ain't gonna bother with Howard? I mean, if that's the case, then I could talk about you. That ain't gonna bother with me. I ain't gonna bother with that. Talk to me, let's just talk about it. I can talk about you if that's what you want. And then when you see me, you cuss me out. Yeah, because you didn't provide me clarity. If he's a politician, let's do this. I don't understand what you're doing. I don't understand what you're doing. Right? And I just want to be honest with you. I just don't understand what you're doing. You listen, I don't get in people's business. But you know, it has been my business to get in political business for years. You know that. We've sat together. We've had good conversations. We've talked. I had some great people come and sit with me. And I'm calling people like Brian Brown. I can't get him. I don't understand why. Right? Is there an offense? I don't know. Talk to me. All right. Huh? Or they call him Roll. Yeah. What Lincoln Bain say? Brian Roll is not fit. That's his candidate, you know. Brian Roll is not fit. He's never done. Excuse me, sir. Hi, Lincoln. That's me. You talk about me. I'm your candidate. I'm here with you. No, well, I don't know. I mean, I reached out to Brian Bain. He indicated that he would come, and then I didn't hear back from him. I sent an invite out to him, and I don't know. I mean, I guess you guys are waiting until everything really heats up, and you find a way to be able to put your liquid gold on whatever conversations that you're having. You believe that it's strategic. Maybe you don't. Maybe you view me as someone. I don't do that, by the way. As who's going to trip you up or what? I don't do that. That's not my kind of style. But I want to have a clear conversations. And rest assured, whoever you are, I'm going to dig to your convictions. I'm going to dig, and I'm going to provide you with the confines of the conversation. I'm going to provide you with what you said to indicate whether or not if there are all arrows point to a man of conviction. I saw something on Facebook, right? Which, I mean, I laughed so much at the thing. I saw it on Facebook. And it was with Dr. Minnis. Let's see if we can find it now. Hold up, wait. It was with Dr. Minnis. And Dr. Minnis doing a little 1-2 dance, right? Now, I put the thing on my Facebook page, and I said, and I want to kind of include you in this conversation to see whether or not this is something that you agree with or you disagree with, okay? I put it on my Facebook page, and I said, this man is a better politician, like him, hate him or love him. This man is a better politician than most. That's what I said, right? It was not, it didn't go over well with persons, especially those who are on a different political front, right? I'm hoping that is free. I'd like you to be able to see it also. I'm hoping that is free, right? So I want you to see it. So I pop it up on my Facebook page. In the midst of popping it up on my Facebook page, I kind of put a caption on it. And I said, hate him or love him. Let me see what I put. Hate him or love him, this guy is a better politician than most sitting MPs. That's what I said. Hate him or love him, this guy is a better politician than most MPs. This is sort of a conversation I want to be able to have with you today. The difference between a politician and character We got to be very clear about this. A politician and character. I want to be able to talk about that. I want to talk about what is perceived to be, what is identified to be. What do you gear? What are the elements that you put in certain slots to say that this person is a good politician? But whether or not we're talking about character, whether or not we talk about persistence, whether or not we talk about consistency, whether or not we talk about their approachability and so forth and so on, this could be placed in a position of character and not necessarily just being able to be identified as a politician. Okay? You let me know when we're ready. Yeah. This is Dr. Menace doing his little 1-2. Check it out.
Falling, dreaming, talking in your sleep. I know you want to cry all night.
Oh, play it again. Later one more time. This is the last time. This is the last time. Last time. Last
time. Falling, dreaming, talking in your sleep. I know you want to cry all night.
So I popped this up on my Facebook page, right? I popped it up on my Facebook page. We were talking about it, talking about Dr. Menace, talking about what he's done. And I stated that hate him or love him. And I think that he is one in our society that doesn't allow you, he doesn't live in a gray area. He doesn't live in this, well, I like him, he's all right. He lives on the extremity of our society, right? So he lives in the space of the extreme. So you either hate him or you love him. There is no indifference. There is no neutrality. He is a polarizing figure in our society, especially from his kind of extent as the prime minister. And so when persons see him, they take on this kind of position as to whether or not they want to see him. Oh, Jesus, man, it's so sick and tired or whatever. That's how people do it. And so they make this kind of determination as to whether or not they like him, they love him, or they dislike him, or whatever the case may be, and they do their best to be able to kind of do that. But hate him or love him, Dr. Menace is an excellent Bahamian politician. He's superb, especially as he moves towards his objective, his goal, which is victory. Let's talk about this. You all cuss me. If you want cuss me, 827-0111, if that's what you want to do. There are few men in our society that are good damn politicians. There are few. And I can name them. The living ones. You ain't gonna like this. But I can do this. And then afterwards, we're going to fight, if this is what you desire. Good politicians. Now, I can name some politicians, like I said. And we can fight about it. But this, in my view, these guys are good politicians. Fred Mitchell. Okay? Shane Gibson. Hubert Ingram. Perry Christie. Brave Davis. Philip Brave Davis. You see me swinging through my hair trying to figure it out. Joe Beth Colby. Give me some suggestions, guys. Let's put up the politicians against each other. Freedom National Movement politicians that had character, that had Shandon Cartwright. He's a good politician. Free National Movement characters and personalities that were good. I don't know. I mean, for the most part, if I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of the politicians from the Free National Movement didn't have the wherewithal to be able to stand on their own. Now, this is a debatable topic and subject, but a lot of the Free National Movement individuals who, whether they ascended to the cabinet or not, they were actually propelled by the brand of the organization. They have never been able to supersede the organization. There are very few men that were looked at separate and apart from the organization within the confines of leadership and as a politician that didn't take the brand before them, or that came in with the brand and the brand was left there and they continue to be able to move forward. I want to say Granville McCartney. I think I got to give him special mention, because there needs to be a sense of commitment. He's my guy, 100%. 100%. He's my guy, 100%. But there needs to be a level of commitment here. There needs to be a sense of consistency. There needs to be a burning desire, right? That you relentlessly pursue this particular thing, to be able to acquire this, to touch this, to grab this, to hold this, to make this yours. And Brian showed us that he had the fire, the spark, the articulation, the poise, the character, the charm, but he did not have the stickability, the endurance, right? When it got a little hard, he kind of, tiptoed out of there, right? He's still relevant as it relates to being able to find out his political posture and position on certain matters publicly. But as it relates to his participation, he is indifferent with it, right? He's not necessarily being able to really entrust himself. And he's not willing to be able to be immersed in the political landscape again. Loretta Butler Turner. She is... Now, I showed this some other guys. Somebody put Leslie O. I don't think so. I think she got some a ways to go. She has been the beauty queen of politicians. She's gorgeous. She presents herself. There's like an aura, like a glow around her when she shows up, right? She can get some things done because of the connections that she has, but politicians aren't posh. Good politicians, in my view, when I say good Bahamian politicians, they're not posh. The conversations that we've heard about Lyndon Pinland always had to do with his ability to be able to morph and almost like a chameleon. He took on the environment that he was introduced to. All right. If he was introduced to kings and queens, he knew how to be able to present himself polished, articulate, insightful, and understanding of the world. So he was current, and he knew how to talk, when to talk. If he came in your yard, and I always hear this story from my good guy, from Andres, I can call his name, and he said that he was roasting some corn, and they live in Andres. He said I was roasting some corn one day, and Pinland come there, and I never, for myself, little child, I know I wasn't going to be no BLP. This our conversation, right? I know I wasn't going to be no BLP. I know that. And Pinland come there one day, and I was roasting some corn. Man, look at this corn. It was so good, man. Jesus, boy, listen to me. I was ready. Look at the last corn. Pinland going right in the fire, take my corn out, and eat my corn. I swear, I know why I wasn't going to be no PLP. Listen to me. I laugh every time he tell me that story. His determination to make it determined to find out whether or not he's going to support the PLP or the FNM was based upon if Penland eat his corn. It was wild. I laugh at it. But the story was a very clear example of Penland's ability, the former Prime Minister Lyndon Oscar Pinling, right? Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinling. His ability to be able to meet you where you are. And he came in your yard and drink your tap water Kool-Aid and eat your roast corn and drink your cold water out of the peach can in the fridge. Yeah, he was a part of you. He made you to understand that he was a part of you. When it comes to politicians in this country, this guy is number one, top tier. Top tier. Top tier. And these names, a lot of them that I'm talking to you about, they would have learned, whether directly or indirectly, from Lyndon Pinland's posture to understand how to navigate and how to be able to deal with some things in our society. I don't know. Pia. I like Pia. Pia she's hard for me to read. And I don't know whether or not that's what she wanted. It feels like she is almost, she's not elusive. Not from me or not from anyone. She's available, but she is not, she doesn't carry vulnerability with her. She's always on. Okay? When you see Pia, you see formality, you see structure, you see this is what she's going to get done. Okay? Whether or not she's on when it comes to campaigning, there is a sense of formality associated with that. Whether or not she's on as a minister, there is a formality and a structure associated with that. Her language and the way that she speaks is articulate and provides you almost like a bullet point concept as to what her expectations are. It doesn't leave this kind of an elusive concept as to whether or not there is any, I don't know the word I'm looking for. There is any like, I don't know. She doesn't have any mystery. And just a pinch of mystery is always good. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know what I mean? Like there is just structure with her. And that could be good. And it may be, and I think it's good because depending on the constituency that you're in, you could be able to identify this and they can accept this more than that, right? But for her to be able to get top tier and reach the countrywide, I'm not just talking about within the confines of her constituency. Of course, you need your constituency to win. But politics is always above and beyond. Like you have to have this sort of an idea to take you above and beyond. I know a lot of persons would say Glenys Hannah Martin. I love Glenys. We got to put on this list. Let's put Glenys on the list. We got to put Glenys on the list because she has been able to navigate even as a high yellow woman. This is important. This is an important feature. Even as a high yellow woman. Beautiful, coming from an established family in this country. Her father being able to have the level of pride that the community actually carried for him, being a part of the Pinling administration that changed the country. She's been accepted in the heart of the city, in the heart of the Old Hill, in Angliston. And not just has been accepted, she is beloved. They love her guts. And it really speaks to her character and capability of being able to bring people in, no matter the perception, no matter the idea, no matter the history, no matter the perceived notion that you believe that these people are uppity or elevated. She has an ability to be able to kind of bring people close. So she's done a wonderful job in that particular area. She's done a wonderful job in that area. So yes, Glenys is on that list. All right. So these, in my view, I haven't put Chester on the list. I know you're thinking about Howard, but I didn't put Chester on the list. For young up and coming persons, I give honorable mention to Jamal Strawn. I think he's doing a wonderful thing in development in those particular areas. I laugh. Yes, the young people look like they're rocking with Doc, right? I give honorable mention to a lot of the politicians that I'm seeing come up with the Progressive Liberal Party. I can't lie to you. These guys are good. They're good. They took off the veil. They separated you from because for statesmen, there's a veil that exists between the people and the statesman. Statesman's articulate. He or she goes by the books. They understand these particular things. There's a veil that exists between you. A good statesman in our country, Dion Folks. He's a statesman. He's good at what he does. Very good. Hubert Ingram knows it. He's a statesman. He's formal. He understands these particular things. You don't get deep in your business in terms of touchy-feely and whatnot unless he's in his kind of a concentrated group. You can always be able to see him, present himself accordingly, and provide you with professionalism. A good statesman. Damien Gomez. Excellent statesman. You see what I'm taking the difference between politician, statesman, and the character, personality, and the flaws that persons would have. And so it only goes back to my point. Most politicians are not good as Dr. Minnis. As much as y'all hate him for telling y'all NPO, but you don't understand, NPO. And then he come back and tell you, do you have a heart, right? Then he come back and tell you, now look here, if your name end with O or Q, this your day to shop. And then he come back and tell you, the Coconut Boys will get locked up too. All of this. He take us through a roller coaster of emotion. Social emotion. We didn't know what the hell to do. We love him one day. We hate him one day. We're grateful that we had a doctor in place, that he could be able to do some things. We still criticize him. He shut the country down. He did this. He did that. And then we come right back and say, well, the F of them really shouldn't have to do him like that. Oh, God, they're wrong. It was too much. You hate him or love him. This guy's a good politician. He ain't say yet he ain't the F&M. We still waiting. We still waiting on him right now to say, I am not an F&M. I officially denounce my position as a Free National Movement candidate, and I step back from the organization entirely because they didn't want me and I want them. He hasn't said that. Every time you ask him, Doc, are you going to be able to run as an independent candidate? I will be on the ticket. I will be on the ticket. Doc, what does that mean? What do you mean you're going to be on the ticket? I will be on the ticket. We put Doc to work. If Doc had just bowed out gracefully, he would have still been in there for him, you know. He wouldn't bow out gracefully. We couldn't understand what the hell he was doing. And we feel like Doc take a lot of his cues from Donald Trump. His defiance, his irreverence, for the social norms or the political norms that exist. We say, you know what, this man taking his cues from Donald Trump. And we're watching him, and it seems, listen, call us crazy, call me crazy. It seems like he may find himself in a position seeking to return like Donald Trump. See, his disadvantage is that Kamala Harris ain't running. He up against Brave Davis. And so whilst he may be, depending on the outcome of this election, this by-election, depending on the outcome of these particular things, he may be in the position that he can be able to find himself back in, nestled in good with the Free National Movement, if that's what you want, praise God. But you still got a significant task ahead of you as it relates to being able to get in there as Prime Minister. Yeah, so that's my position, man. I thought that I thought that he was he's a good politician. Now, I didn't debate his character. I didn't debate, because if you go on my Facebook page, people start saying, yeah, but how come when he locked us down and when he did this and all these things, that ain't got nothing to do with whether or not he's a good politician. I'm telling you, he's a good politician. And you got to take it from me. You could see the fact that after it all, he's still relevant in the conversation. When last time you talked about Peter Turnquest? When last time you talked about Desmond Bannister? In fact, you may only bring up Desmond Bannister's name based upon the fact that he has affiliation with Dr. Minnis. When last time you talked about any of these men? We always have a tendency to be able to find our true north based upon the politicians that we like. And so we always point back to them. Hey, yeah, but Dr. Minnis did this. Oh, yeah, but Perry Christie did this. But when Shane Gibson was in, he did this. And Fred Mitchell did this. So the politicians that we identify as good, that we like, that are likable, that are approachable, that has this kind of open door policy that affords us an opportunity to be able to reach out to them, that reach back out to us, that assist us in many ways and whatnot, they are good politicians. And they will live rich and emboldened in the archives of history. They will. We will continue to be able to talk about them. This generation, at least, will continue to be able to talk about them. Good, bad, or indifferent. And if you take the principles of press, any press is good press. Talk to me. Dr. Minnis is a hell of a politician. He's sharper than most. I feel like he played a blonde bimbo at the forefront, but when he captures that victory that he wanted, he now be able to enact his firm, convicted position to say that this is the path that we're going, and he's immovable. It's a good damn politician. Character, personality, decisions, it's a whole different thing. But for many of us as men, we can look at a man and make a determination as to whether or not he is an alpha male, the kind of male that we would like to emulate ourselves after, the kind of male that we believe that has the qualities and capabilities of being able to be viewed as a role model. Doc is an alpha male. These men and women on this particular list that we've spoken of are alpha males and females. They're the head of the pack. They're good at what they do. They keep on getting back in there. You know who's a good politician also? You know who could have been an excellent politician? Andre Rollins. He could have been, Andre could have been an excellent politician. I wanted to serve with a dude like Andre. And not because he light skin. Andre and Branville, I wanted to be a part of a grouping that had these guys involved. I promise you. Andre could have been an excellent politician. Excellent. But he like me. He's a little emotional. And he's tell you what he's thinking. Yeah. They're never good for politics. Never good. Never. You mad at me? Well, stay mad. That's your business. Who care? I look like I like man, buddy. You think I out here looking for boyfriend? Did you see me put any applications out? You mad, stay mad. That can't help me. That can't help me in the future. That can't help me in being able to garner the support that I need, because people know that he's convicted in his position and he's immovable. He's stubborn. I don't think we could be able to deal with him. Yeah, he's bringing too much of his passion to the forefront. I don't think we could be able to deal with him. And I think that that's how they view Andre. But Andre is insightful and he's impassioned. I believe that we should be able to have this involved in politics. He's impassioned. He's a good damn politician. And if he had stayed with it, win, lose, or draw, he could have been top tier in this country right now. Yeah. He'd have been top tier in this country right now. Could have been leading the FNM. Let's just be decent about that. Yeah, Andre's a good politician. And there are other persons who came in. They kind of poked their head in the room. What's going on in here? And look in the room. And they left politics. That ain't for me. Jeffrey Lloyd, he could have been an excellent politician. He would have been by the book. He would have been stern. He would have been sharp, but we could be able to see some things like that. But Jeffrey, he poked his head in the room. The hell with this. I want that. And he left. He said, I would never again. Kalish Roll, he poked his head in the room. He left. Gregory, what Gregory last name is? From Grand Bahama, Moss. Gregory Moss. He poked his head in the room. He get a little bit of cut hip. That's only because he was a threat. It ain't because nothing else. It's only because he was a threat, and they know that you're articulate, you're insightful, you're researched, you're capable, you are well connected. He was a threat. You was a threat. You don't expect these people to like you. He was a threat, and so you show yourself up in these particular manners, and you poke your head in there, and so you leave. Now, because I have this particular list, there's also a list who I believe are horrible politicians. But, do we talk about that list? Do we talk about that list? No, let's leave it alone. Guys, join me in conversation today. I see a text coming through. I see you talking about these particular things. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the by-election. I want to talk a little bit about this death that happened over the weekends, man. Listen to me. I got a telephone call. The 16-year-old St. Augustine's college student reportedly fell from the 27th floor of a hotel on a school trip. Mother sick! I didn't even know it was the 27th floor. Oh, Jesus. It's so hard to be in these positions. And read these stories and not imagine your son or daughter in this particular. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. Honest to God, I feel this so bad for these parents. When I heard this on Saturday, I couldn't believe it. I heard this on Saturday. I got some information came to us. And I heard this on Saturday. I could not believe it. And to think about this, you send your child, you kiss her, and you say, baby, be safe. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you when you get back. And that's the last time you see your baby forever. This ain't an easy thing, man. 27 floors to her death. And she went over there to further her education and participate and, trying to make her resume look good for college. My heart goes out to these families. And I often think about, I really do. I think about this sort of an idea that says, did we cover our kids? Do we believe in this anymore? Do we still pray for our kids? Do we? I didn't say this family did or didn't. I'm just asking a general question. Do we still believe in the power of prayer and the power of God? Do we still believe that God can save us, can preserve us, can keep us? Do we still believe that there is a hedge of protection around us? Do we still believe that goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life? Do we still believe that whilst we're in the valley in the shadow of death, that He is with us, that His rod and His staff, they comfort us, that He prepares a table before us? Do we still believe these things? Are we just saying these things because it can be said? Or do we have a belief that God is able? Do we believe that there's nothing impossible with Christ? Do we still believe this? I just want to know. Because I don't think we as a collective, our actions indicate that we have. And I hate to have a mortar to springboard this kind of a conversation into our society. I hate to have a fresh example of tribulation, of calamity, of sudden death and destruction, to be able to springboard a conversation about our faith and our convictions. I hate to have to do this, but this is an important thing. That even when you get in your car and you send your babies to school, listen. The lady the other day sent her little baby to school to play on the playground. The baby never make it home. Dead. Dead. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know, you remember the 5 kids years ago? You remember Marco? You remember all these particular things? These kids never made it home. Children don't deserve these things. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve these things. But the enemy is still an enemy seeking who he may devour. Who he may devour. That who he may devour is crazy bananas. Because there has to be access. And guess what? Job was not one who he may devour, but he was given access because there was a hedge of protection around Job. You couldn't devour Job. Job was protected. I'm looking at this, man, and this is really, it's hurting my heart. It's hurt my heart, man. And I'm sorry to hear this. I'm sorry to hear this. Have we become gods unto ourselves? Is this self-righteousness that says to us that we don't need a God? That once we take care of our health, once we take care of our finances, once we take care of all these things, we're going to be okay. That we have measured ourselves like the atheist, the agnostic, and all these particular persons by the works of our hands, the good that we do. Our measurement should be able to, the scales, the balance, we should be able to outweigh the negative that we've done or that has been done to us with the good that we continue to be able to pump into the world. So we become philanthropists, we become speech, writers or public speakers. We become these things that give you the idea that we're doing so much, but we have not yielded our hearts to God Almighty. I hate to have this as a springboard into a real conversation. Death and the judgment is coming for all of us. All. And that means when the eastern sky crack and you see Jesus Christ coming out with his hair wavy and the fan hitting him like a fan hitting him and his hair flying all over the place with his nice full beard and his nice white robe with his arms wide open, gliding into here like Aretha Franklin and Beyonce all together. That's what you're thinking. That's what you're thinking, that Jesus Christ is going to be able to give you this sort of this grand entrance. This is death and calamity. The day of the Lord is not going to be one, especially for those who have not committed to him. It's going to be good. But that's not the judgment that we're talking about. Our own is at the intersection of life and death. When we step over the threshold from life into death, that's when we have to be judged. So you could consume yourself a bit and not Jesus Christ coming back now or not. You could go in the forest and shake and Jesus, take me now. You looking for your rapture. You ain't do what you're supposed to do. You ain't cover yourself. You ain't cover your family. You ain't cover your children. You ain't cover your vehicle. You ain't cover your steps. You ain't ask to order my steps in your word. You ain't ask. You don't need Jesus Christ. Lord, I've gotten more education. I've been off to school. I've been to Harvard. I've been to Howard. I've been to Yale. I've been to Princeton. I've been here. I've been everywhere, man, and I don't need Jesus Christ. You wasn't with me there. Why need him now? God is a good God. I keep praying for these things, guys. I keep praying for you. I keep praying for our family. I keep praying for our nation. I keep praying for our alignment, our realignment to get to the purpose that God has called us to. I want you guys to be a part of the conversation. Let's take this quick break. We're going to be right back after this.
Nassau, Bahamas, Alpha Sounds Promotions is celebrating 25 years of greatness.
Yes, 25 years of love and unity in the Bahamas.
And coming to celebrate with us is none other than Cass the Band.
Yes, the band, we come up the
Yes, Cass the Band.
Hello. Alongside Beijing sensation, Ruby.
Jump around the place. I want to bend my waist.
Our very own Nishi LS.
Sunshine.
Wendy.
Lady E.
Sweet Emily.
Veronica Bishop.
Ancient Man.
Julian Believe and the Pawn Band.
And many more. Hosted by Natural Empress and yours truly, Giselle the Wassy One.
Saturday, November 8th at Breezes Grounds, Cable Beach. Gates open at 7 p.m.
Early bird tickets are just $75. VIP access for $150 with an open bar.
Get your tickets now online at BahamasAtickets.com, or you can get them at Big Boys Cafe, Plantation Bar and Grill, and Tropics on the Bay. Alpha Sounds, 25 years of greatness.
For more information, call 822-6863.
Saturday, November 8th. Miss it, you matter what.
When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet.
Ah, yeah. Here we go. Time for some more fruits, man. Check this. Run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Every night and day I work it, I struggling so, trying to get these vegetables healthy to grow. But when Miss Maggie Sue come passing by, she just squeeze my plantain tree and she just make me cry. Now all of y'all can come, do what you want to. Just do me this one little favor, don't bring Miss Maggie Sue. And run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. I say run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Oh, check this. Let's go, man. I go in the field, boy. Some nice fruits, eh? Vegetables. You see, y'all don't know how I does dig to get the sweet cucumbers grow healthy and big. From the sun come up and from it go down, I just be on my knees and my hands on the ground. One day in the field, I chopping the weed. I'm making sure they right, don't smother my seed. But when I raise my head and look in the back, I see Miss Maggie Sue touching up my two big sack of run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Oh, girl. Ah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Jump, jump. What a sweet boy. Nice cassava. One day in the field, I chopping the weed. I'm making sure they white, don't smother my seed. But when I raise my head and look in the back, I see Miss Maggie Sue touching up my two big sack of run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Oh, run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Oh, run, yeah. I say yeah. Give me a piece more of that now. That tastes good. some nice fruits and vegetables. Now you just got to get some good fertilizer. Where you get your stuff from? You send them, oh, you make it right here. That's what to put peas and rice too, man. These vegetables and things. Yeah, man. I like this kind of eat good. I say, eat good. I love it. Some sweet and sour, boy. This banana, do you like this banana? And they big it. Touch it. Touch it. You touch it. Don't squeeze it. There ain't no rotten banana. You can pay for it.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Foundation with Howard Grant, just being able to do what we do, jamming with you. Yeah, man. My heart goes out to the family. I think his name is Jerome and Shanique Thompson. I'm reading here in the papers, and my heart goes out to you. I promise you, I'm so sorry to hear this. I'm so sorry to hear this. I'm so sorry to hear this. I pray for you and your family. I'm so sorry to hear that you lost your baby. I think her name is Madeline. St. Joseph Parish, they speak well of her. It's amazing that her birthday was September 26th. And in the midst of that, they can still be able to talk about how she serves in the soup kitchen, always being able to emulate the love of Christ, even at that young age. How she was a participant, how she embodied these particular things, how she carried with her this love for others and this sort of desire to serve. When you look at her picture, you could see this kind of humility on her, this humbleness, this, yeah. That's what fellas is be looking for in grown women. It's kind of it ain't a naive thing, but it's kind of, I'm convicted and I will do the right thing. That's a look that you have. This heavy, I'm getting into something different now. This is heavy. We don't know, we can't put our finger on it, but we can see it. We could feel it. And I feel like Madeline carried this. It's an amazing thing. I know that she would have been, a star. Beaming, bright, shining in a gloomy world. But I know that to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. And so we continue to be able to pray for her. And pray for her family. And pray for her return. Her body to return, so they could be able to put it down with that kind of grace. Panama police is indicating that they're actually doing an investigation right now. So they go through the investigation process and being able to find that and to deal with what they have to. And I'm sure we can be able to get to the bottom of this. 27 floors is crazy. 27 floors is crazy. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I really am, guys. Let's dive into it, guys. Talking about these particular things, the by-election is definitely heating up. I reached out to Darren Pickstock. He's telling me he would come. Then I didn't hear back from him. I'm sure he's getting into the thick of things, touching people, trying to be able to win on the ground. Because that's where you win. Your winning is not here on the radio. Your winning is not in those particular spaces where people could be able to see you. And talking about winning, you know who won't win? And it's going to be an interesting race. Fred Mitchell. I tell you, I live in east. In Blair area. I come around Village Road, hit Burnett Road, and I was going up. I saw Fred Mitchell. My wife said, "Oh my God, I forget something." I said, "Oh Jesus." Right? We already then, almost to Prince Charles, I swing around. Fred Mitchell still outside taking people numbers and everything like that. So we go back home, get this thing, hit the road. Then we decide not to go where we were going. We go on someplace else. We went to we went to Regatta, the Regatta place on Bahama Regatta, right? My wife and the kids. And we get in there. Who coming right behind us? Fred Mitchell. I said, my wife, is it good? Fred Mitchell out here campaigning his guts out. He won't win. Huh? I see him taking pictures. Now, Dr. Fox got him, because every time Dr. Fox show up, he bring one cake with him. Praise God. You know, Dr. Fox, he bring one cake. Happy birthday. Hey, he bringing a little cake. Praise God. I don't know if the cake say vote for me. I don't know what the cake say. But happy birthday, and he always doing able to do that. It's going to be able to heat up to be a hell of a race in Fox Hill. I'm interested in seeing that. In Fox Hill is going to be a hell of a race. And we're going to be able to see that. I think there's two good politicians. All right? Fred Mitchell is a good politician. And Dr. Fox, surprisingly, he presents himself to be a very good politician. Surprisingly, he has a way with people. I say surprising because I don't know him. But people have been telling me about him. Howard, we know Dr. Fox for years. We go to Dr. Fox all the time. Surprisingly, to me, in terms of observation, Dr. Fox is very good. I see that he had this all pink, this commemoration of those persons who had breast cancer, and he stood up in the front of his headquarters and being able to talk about these things. And like any politician would, Fred Mitchell came on and said, "This ain't no hot dog operation," and you know what? Cut ass is coming, right? Which is funny, right? But the truth is that this is going to be a hell of a race. It's going to be one for us to watch. It's going to be one for us to watch. So, and it's only because of, for now, it's only because of Fred Mitchell. Fred Mitchell has a national platform. So whatever he discusses, it goes out to the entire country. It's not just going to stay within confines of Fox Hill. It goes out to the entire country. So now we're not only watching Fred Mitchell, we're also watching Dr. Fox to see his response, to see his position, to see this, to see that. And it's heating up in Golden Isles also. The constituency of Golden Isles has placed and put out some information out there that we've been able to see Darren Pickstock, who I believe is still warming up to the idea of candidacy. Yeah, because he was thrust into this position. It was a sudden thing. I know he and Barry and Randy and others were definitely thinking of how they could present themselves in terms of running in the next general election. Yeah, I know that they have, without formality, there has been at least casual conversations about the possibility of them being able to run in the next general election. I know that. Barry has presented himself accordingly. There has been enough rumors and murmurs about Senator Randy Rowe. And we've also heard the same thing about Senator Pickstock. So we knew that this was the inevitability of them being able to present themselves for a consideration was it always existed. But I believe that with the death of Vaughn Miller, it really propelled them into sort of a quick action. They got to take action quick. They had to think quick. And Darren, if I'm listening, Darren, I can just tell you the truth. So if I'm listening, I still want you to be able to. It feel like a new glove. You're excited for the glove. This is me watching you. I like it. I like your youth. I like your articulation, your insight, your drive. I like your openness and willingness to be able to use various platforms to be able to get your message out. I like your ability to be able to touch the ground and touch the people and so forth and so on. It feels like a new glove. If you ever played baseball, you put the new glove on, you could catch with it, but sometimes it can slip. And so for you to be able to get this glove to the contour of your hand, you got to break your glove in. You got to beat it. You got to mash your glove. You got to bend it down. You got to be able to put some water on it. Some people put a little heat on it, some kind of how, just so it could be able to get to the contour of your hand, so it could move with you. And I don't think Darren Pickstock is broken in just yet, but he's really showing me that he's a quality glove. Can I say that? Is it okay? He's showing me that he's a quality glove. And as soon as he break this sort of an ice, this proverbial jitters that exist, it may not necessarily be pronounced. It's just that I see some stuff. Right? I see some stuff. I like him. And so that kind of a natural, that's je ne sais quoi, that natural thing, it didn't pop up just yet. So I see it, and I believe that he's going to do well. But I don't know whether or not this quick run up to nomination and candidacy has caught him off guard. But he's going to do well. But if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm looking at the 8-9 year candidate, Brian Brown, right? Nobody knew Brian Rule. I kid. I'm looking at Brian Brown, and I'm saying to myself that Brian Brown has played the ground game for years. Brian Brown has played the ground game for years. He's a proverbial political hedgehog. He plays underground. I don't mean no ill intent, nothing negative about that. It's just the hedgehogs are underground. They dig and dig and dig and dig, and they create tunnels, and they do all these particular things. But winter is coming. And I'm afraid that if Brian comes up and sees his shadow, he's going to have more years of winter than he could shake a stick at. And I'm watching him. He has not prepared himself for this sort of a public. I'm watching. Brian, I like you. I ain't got no problem with you. I'm watching you though. Your presentation is that of a presentation on a rally stage. Your presentation wasn't calm and collected and being able to cast a vision for the expectation of what this constituency could be. Your presentation wasn't informative enough to be able to show the deprivation that exists in this particular space, to say that this is how we're going to mitigate against that, to find a space for growth and development. Your presentation was rushed, it was boisterous, and it lacked substance. It sought to rush through this sort of an idea to get to the high points where you could be able to get participation. But it did not give me a well-rounded view of what I could expect from Brian Brown's leadership. On one hand, with the PLP candidate, I get way too much. Way too much. He said, and I don't even think he, this is where you have to have your handlers. But I don't even think he recognizes that some of these things could be viewed, if I could just be able to prose a few words and put Vaughn Miller in there. It could be viewed that you're talking about Vaughn Miller. Not in a bad way. The man still, he's fresh in the ground. My God, not in a bad way. This is not what the intent is. I just want to be able to be very clear with you. We're still going after the sympathy vote, aren't we? We're still being able to show the decency and decorum of our organization, to be able to say that we acknowledge, recognize, and are very appreciative to those that have served before us. And we ask that you carry on the fulfillment of this particular thing. Let's talk about this. Progressive Liberal Party candidate for Golden Hours, Darren Pickstock, was sounding more like a member of the opposition party on Friday, as he highlighted, and this is Ken Diaz's story in The Guardian, as he highlighted how people in the constituency have ignored and have been ignored and neglected. Speaking from a rally type stage after nominated at Anatole Rogers High School, Pickstock said that he is offering real progress. I like you, Darren. I'm telling you. But this that hard love that we're talking about. These things need to get done. We know that. But is it the time to say it now? Come on. I can't even get no amen. I like you, Darren. But I can be honest with you. This ain't the time to be saying what need to be done and what ain't need to be done. You trying to win. Just get some things done and say, you see what I've done? You could expect boom, boom, boom. In many instances, do like how Kingsley did in West Grand Bahama. Don't say a damn thing unless you speak when you're spoken to. You won't go there providing no information to nobody, screaming on no stage or nothing. Go in the constituencies. Go in your constituency, go from door to door in your polling divisions, identify your strongest poll, identify your weakest poll, and then let your generals be able to navigate you to where you should speak to and who you should speak to. Your generals should be sharp enough to tell you, look here, Darren, these people got us. There's 8 votes in this particular house. You don't need to say nothing, just show up. Don't talk. Don't talk too much. Don't talk too much. Go there, smile, charming, good afternoon, hi, good evening. It's wonderful to meet you. I hear that you are a lifetime supporter. You're not. We got to bring these cards back here to sign you up. Ha, ha, ha. We laughing. Boom, boom. Let them say what they got to say. I want to thank you so much. Here's my personal number. Boom, boom, boom. Get out of there quickly. Don't talk too much. Yeah, people have been telling me that the lights were out for 10 years. Jesus Christ. I'm sick. Yeah, people have been telling me the parks was in them. Oh, God. My grandma used to do this. She used to do this. Zip your mouth up and throw the thing away. Shut up. The people are ready to vote for you, Darren. Don't give them a reason not to. Go there. Listen. Let the Prime Minister be your forerunner. Let the Deputy Prime Minister be your forerunner. These are the proverbial political John the Baptist. They will go before you. Let your Prime Minister be your forerunner. Let your Deputy Prime Minister be your forerunner. Let your Cabinet Ministers be your forerunner. Let those strong political fractions that you have within the PLP show up. Let Joe Bed people from Elizabeth show up with strength. Let Keith Bell people show up with strength. Let Pia people show up with strength. Let these people talk on your behalf. This is the proverbial political character reference that these people are looking for. Nobody know you. Nobody know you. You's a senator. Nobody know you. Don't get mad. See no this. Nobody know you. Nobody know you. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. You see the pictures with Clint Watson? Everybody know Clint Watson. Everybody know Clint Watson. Everybody know Clint Watson. Every picture I see with Clint Watson, I see Leslie Miller. You need someone to introduce you to these space. You need a reference point. You need a reference. You need a bridge. You don't speak for you. You let them speak for you. And all you do is co-sign it. Yes, amen. 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 Thank you so much for the opportunity. Amen. Yes, ma'am. Amen. We're taking... Listen! Don't do too much. Don't do too much. The woman then say she like you. She ready to go. You understand me? You then talk her uninterested. I'm not hungry anymore. What? And you meet her, she was ready to go. You then talk her guts out, now she's saying, but why would he say that? And why would he do this? And I don't like the frequency in his voice, and all these things has come up. I go right there. This is Howard Grant. He a little big now. I can let Leslie get with me. This is Howard Grant. He a little big now. Don't let him sit on your couch. Ha 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 ha. We laughing. Yeah, but don't mind my size. That's the same way I can be able to serve for you big, because I believe in you, and I believe in your character, and I believe in this constituency. Give me a chance. I ain't got nothing to say. I laughing with you. We can get out and do that. Bang. That's it. I may now say, how much voters you got in here? And how all he said is, they working? They have anything to do? What's their interest? Oh, okay. We got a little program going on. Boom, boom, boom. Let me take their names. Take their names. Boom. And then you create a little program for 18 to 25, an apprenticeship program or something like that. You can do that quick. That's light work. That's light work. That's light work. You could do that quick. You could do a job study program, something like that. You could do that quick. That's light work. That's light work. But I'm watching you. If you talk too much, you might talk them dry. And no action is happening in the desert. I can't get to amen. That's an adult metaphor. Amen? I just want to be decent with you. Guys, quick break. Let's take a quick break and get right back after this.
Ah, yeah. Here we go. Time for some more fruits, man. Check this. Run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Every night and day I working, I struggling so, trying to get these vegetables healthy to grow. But when Miss Maggie Sue come passing by, she just squeeze my plantain tree and she just make me cry. Now all of y'all can come, do what you want to. Just do me this one little favor, don't bring Miss Maggie Sue. And run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. I say run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Oh, check this. Let's go, man. I go in the field, boy. Some nice fruits, eh? Vegetables. You see, y'all don't know how I does dig to get this sweet cucumbers grow healthy and big. From the sun come up and from it go down, I just be on my knees and my hands on the ground. One day in the field, I chopping the weed. I'm making sure they right, don't smother my seed. But when I raise my head and look in the back, I see Miss Maggie Sue touching up my two big sack of run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Oh, girl. Ah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Jump, jump. The sweet boy. Nice cassava. One day in the field, I chopping the weed. I'm making sure they white, don't smother my seed. But when I raise my head and look in the back, I see Miss Maggie Sue touching up my two big sack of run, come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana you can feel. Oh, run, 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 come see the sweetest cassava in my field. Run, come touch the biggest banana. make it right here. Let's go to put beans and rice too, man. You imagine that with the thing? Yeah, man. Like this kind of eat good. I say eat good. I love it. Some sweet and sour, boy. This banana, do you like this banana? And it big. That's it. That's it. You can touch it. You don't squeeze it. There ain't no rotten banana. You can pay for it.
Dazzling costumes, beautiful banners, pulsating rhythm, it's time to have fun. Preparing all year for this special time. Be ready to rush, be ready to whine. A feeling we can't explain, but still we feel no pain. Music is in our veins. It's our annual festival. People from all around dance to the rhythm section. Showtime. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Showtime. It's your turn to get up on your feet. Everybody dance to the beat. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Get ready to whine. It's your turn to get up on your feet. Everyone dance to the beat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Something new. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Jump up, oh yeah, jump up, oh yeah, jump up, oh yeah. So we may come from different islands, we come together as one Bahama land. Forward, upward, moving left to the right. We move it, we marching on and we jumping tonight. So don't care who you pull it for, there's one thing that's for sure. We're gonna be jamming tonight. So lights, camera, action, it's pure satisfaction. No time for relaxation. Showtime. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Get ready to whine. It's your turn to get up on your feet. Get up. Everybody dance to the beat. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Hey. Showtime. It's your turn to get up on your feet. Everybody dance to the beat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, oh yeah, oh yeah. Wherever we go, we represent. Proud and we strong, and we'll never bend. It's in our hearts, pumping through our veins. The parade is on, and we destined to win. Let's go. We rushing out, feel the rock. We whipping out, we racing out, we winding out. Look how we dancing. Say left to right. We rushing out tonight, tonight. We whipping out, oh yeah, oh yeah. We winding out. Feel the rhythm. Showtime. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Let's go, let's go. Showtime. Hit jump, gonna get up on your feet. Feel the rhythm. Showtime. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Get ready to whine. Hit jump, gonna get up on your feet. Get up and feel it. Showtime. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Showtime. Hit jump, gonna get up on your feet. Hey, 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 hey. Showtime. Get ready to rumble in. Showtime. Get ready to whine. Hey. Showtime. Hit jump, gonna get up on your feet. Everybody dance to the beat. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, on our last run, just being able to kind of assess and pull this thing down. What are your thoughts, man? Hit me up in the comment section. Hit me up on my phone or however best that you want to be able to do that. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to win as it relates to... Somebody said it's low. He's just trying to prove to me that it's not. What are your thoughts? Do you think that the Darren Pickstock and the PLP will be able to take the victory? Do you think that the Free National Movement is going to be coming from behind to find himself victorious in this particular capacity? Do you think that the COI's candidate, Brian Roll, in their particular capacity can be able to pull through? Or do you believe that, I think her name is... Karen Butler. Do you believe that Karen Butler will pull any votes? Talk to me about it. Talk to me about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know where you stand, where your thoughts are, and what are the thoughts associated with those particular things. Wrong number, Anton. 827-0111, 827-0111. You can be able to get yourself through on that one. 827-0111. You can get me on that one, right? Let me see if I can reach Anton on this thing here. 827-0111. And you can be able to reach me on that. You can get me on that one, right? Good afternoon, my brother.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, man. What's happening with you?
Hey, right here, man.
You get some time. I know you're always busy.
Boy, buried right under.
I'm glad to hear from you, man. What's happening with you?
To get a lot of things done, but me and you been staying in touch as much as we can.
Yes.
Behind the scenes.
Yes.
So before I get into anything political, I must ask you, Howard, and I'm not sorry to put you on the spot. It is what it is. I repeat, I'm not sorry to put you on the spot.
You're not sorry.
How things looking with you going on to the next place?
I waiting on them. I hear from them. I waiting on them. So we reached out to them for formality because you got to sign up some things. We already didn't get all the introductions, but I'm waiting on them to tell me exactly what's what. So I'll just be patient with them.
Well, you would have spoken with the proper authorities.
Yes.
And met with the proper and the right authorities.
Yes.
And those authorities I trust.
Yes.
And I am believing that those who are subject to the authorities would fall in line and do what they're supposed to do.
Yes.
In a timely manner.
Yeah, I thought we would have been in place for now. I thought we'd have been straight. Yeah.
Said the last part.
No, I said I thought we would have been in place for now for this by-election and whatnot. I thought we would have been in place for that, but
yes.
We got to be able to see exactly what's what.
Yeah, so I'm trusting that those who are subject to the proper authorities would fall in line, and everything would fall into alignment so that the foundation could be set the right way.
I appreciate you, man. So what's happening with you? Tell me about your thoughts as it relates to this by-election. You got 4 candidates presenting themselves, one independent, one coalition of independent, Free National Movement and the PLP. Tell me about your thoughts.
I've been deliberately staying away from this conversation, right, Howard? Let me repeat it. I've been deliberately staying away from this conversation, but I saw something, I think it was over the weekend. I don't remember what day right now, how buried I've been, Howard. But I saw something sometime between Thursday and over the weekend. I don't know which day. And it spoke to something along the line of what you were saying you were reading from one of the tabloids who like to use people's photos and don't like to give people's names the right credit. I don't know what kind of integrity that is that's being practiced by them, but it's atrocious. But nonetheless, you spoke about one of the print media companies that wrote a story suggesting that the PLP's candidate is sounding like an opposition spokesman or something of the sort.
Candia wrote the story for the Guardian News, and he says that speaking from a rally type stage after nominated at the Anatole Rogers High School, Pickstock said he is offering real progress. And then he goes on to say that I'm tired of people being ignored. That is why I'm running. This is what he said. He said, I'm tired of people calling for help and getting excuses. I'm tired of seeing our communities wait years for the simple things: a fixed street light, a paved road, a safe park for kids to play in. Now these are, hold on now, let's shoot straight. Vaughn Miller, fresh. We just laid him the rest. We had the repast. We did the entire thing. Everyone was able to give him commemoration, to be able to speak well of his life and all these particular things. He's not gone down 2 weeks. And this sort of a rollout happens where over the past 10 years, Come on now, Anton, this me and you, we right here, we honest. I ain't gonna lie. But the past 10 years, we've heard sort of a fluctuation of these issues coming up, and then he would address it, and then it would, die down and subside, and it always come back and whatnot. And there was a sense of inconsistency of that particular level of service that people rendered in this particular area, right? And so my suggestion, because we have to play this smart, and Bahamian people are a sentimental people. We are, if you want to call us, a superstitious people, but we have a sense of reverence for those persons who have passed on before us. And especially being able to see Vaughn Miller pass on in office as a minister and a member of parliament. There is an unspoken connection for the desire for completion of his mission. You understand?
Well, Howard, if I could jump in right now.
Go ahead.
Which is the reason why I called in the first place, because as I said, I was deliberately staying away from these conversations regarding a by-election. And I have my reasons, right? Maybe one day we'll get into them, but not today. However, on this same footnote that we are on right now, Howard, I have a concern. And I'm going to make it public. And see, Howard, you were sitting in one position as a host of a show in the media realm, right? That touches not only the Bahamas, but the worldwide, right, Howard? But you are sitting in that position as a private media person, correct?
Right.
A national spokesman or a spokesman otherwise for a political party sits in another position otherwise from you, and otherwise from Darren, right? Or Senator Pickstock, right? Well, former Senator Pickstock, because he resigned. Right?
Yeah.
And however, Senator Pickstock sits in a completely different position as the official candidate of the Progressive Liberal Party, an organization which his former colleague, now deceased, God rest his soul, Vaughn Miller, also sat in as a former cabinet minister and executive of the country. Someone, and pay attention to what I'm saying now, Howard, someone who not only was the official candidate and member of parliament representative for the PLP, but he also sat in the executive. He also lived in the community. Correct, Howard?
Right.
He had a church within the community. Right, Howard?
Right around the corner, yeah, right there.
He had a following within the community. Right, Howard?
Right.
He had people who are still hurting over his loss. Right, Howard?
He has people, yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you, Howard.
Yeah, they
who
still
reside in the community.
Yeah.
Right, Howard?
Yeah.
Who are still loyal to him and are also voters in the upcoming by-election.
Yeah.
Right, Howard?
Yeah.
We have to be mindful of what we say. You understand what I just said, Howard?
I agree with you.
We have to be mindful of how we speak. We have to think of all of the avenues, all of the possibilities when we speak publicly to any matter that would come under the sound of all of the registered voters, those who are still loyal to Vaughn Miller as well, who are still constituents. We have to be mindful. Do you understand what I'm saying, Howard?
I understand what you're saying.
If we are not mindful, Howard, what do you think that will result in?
Well, for your political organization, it results in this creeping of questioning the validity and whether or not there is. Should I actually put this guy back in? Should I put the PLP back in? You don't want that kind of a question to come up.
No, not exactly, Howard. It could result in worse than that. It will result in some of that, but it results in worse than that, Howard.
What could be worse than that?
If you are not mindful of how you speak and how you handle and the things that you say and the perceptions that can be given and received as a result of the very people you are looking forward to getting support from will withhold that support because you're hurting that guy. You understand what I'm saying, Howard?
I hear what you're saying.
Do you follow me, Howard?
I hear what you're saying.
He has gone on family and friends of his and supporters of his are still here. And they will have an impact as well in the upcoming by-election. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah. So tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this. Because
when we speak, we have to be mindful of all of this. Whoever is giving the advice have to be mindful of all of this.
Right.
Because it ain't going in the right direction from my perspective.
Now let's look at this.
You understand what I'm saying, you Howard?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But let's look at this. Let's look at the paper and being able to talk about the state of neglect, and the PLP candidate says the constituency has been ignored. This is in the papers this morning. This is in the Guardian newspaper, right? And everybody has their position on these particular things, and I feel as though that it's kind of a no holds bar at this particular point. And so as I look at this and make this kind of determination about this, persons, this is really a story that can be twisted, right? And it's an unfortunate thing, because this is what he has said, and I think it was from a genuine place. This is from an authentic place. This is from the information that he would have received in the constituency, in the environment, all this particular time. However, as we look at this, you tell me your thoughts associated with that.
Let me make an old wise saying to you, which I think you will get. Where you sit depends on where you stand, or vice versa. Where you stand will depend on where you sit.
Mm-hmm.
Howard, let me break it down a little more for others who may not get it. And even if you didn't get it, let me just add this caveat to it. There was a national discussion that has died down tremendously, but that is still ongoing in the shadows until delivery date, where the Prime Minister was placed in a position where he made a pronouncement, a policy statement from Parliament during the 2025-2026 fiscal communication, where he opened the debate, right? Where he gave a solemn promise to civil servants to expect their increase at a particular date. You remember that conversation?
I do.
When that timeline came of September, was the payment made at that time?
No, this is the reason why I'm.
Hold on, Howard. Just follow me. I need you to follow me. I'm trying to show you something.
Yeah.
In the nation.
Go ahead.
Was the payment made at that time?
No, not to the body that.
Do you believe that the payment will be made, Howard?
I do, 100%.
Okay, 1,000%. There's no doubt in my heart that those responsible for seeing it through will make it happen. Because
I believe
the Prime Minister's name is riding on it. His name is riding on it when he first made the pronouncement.
I believe
But he had to double down now. And so if those responsible don't deliver, they could be in some serious trouble. Follow me, Howard. Did you hear the Prime Minister at any time when he spoke to that matter? Did you hear the Prime Minister throwing to the wolves anyone in the Ministry of Finance?
No.
Did you hear him speaking ill of anyone in the Ministry of Finance?
No.
This is a lesson in politics, Howard, is what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Minister came, he gave a national address where he addressed the entire Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
And he took it on by himself, by the way.
And he took it on his shoulders.
Yeah, he took it on his shoulders.
And he explained that some details had to go into it. And he further released the assessment documents to demonstrate what kind of work had to go into producing the final results, and why the timeline of September could not be met. Anywhere in his communication, did you hear him throwing the baby over the bathwater, throwing the Ministry of Finance, his staff?
No.
Because he's the minister. Or his Minister of State, or his Financial Secretary. Did you hear him throwing anybody under the bus?
No.
That's how you do it, Howard. That is how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you do it. Especially in an election where you need people's votes and where every vote counts.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how to approach these things. You can't.
But Anton, if you're saying at one point,
you cannot throw the former member of Parliament under the bus from the position that you were sitting in or standing in.
But okay, so are you speaking metaphorically? Because this is what the story is indicating that Pickstock has done. The story is indicating.
Listen, Howard. Howard, you always speak about perception, correct?
Yes.
Even if his intent was XYZ, there will be numbers, scores of people who will read that and will still take it the way the that particular print media presented it.
Of
you
course.
Understand what I'm saying, Howard?
This was my point. This is my point.
So you have to be mindful of these things.
My point to you, and I gave an example. I don't know where you caught on. I gave an example. I said, everyone in this country knows Clint Watson. Everyone. Everyone in this country. Now, Clint is he's looking for the nomination to get himself ratified for the position in the constituency of Southern Shores. This is the information that has come to the forefront, right? Not with formality, but this is what we're hearing, okay? And Clint Watson, every picture I see him in terms of on the ground, touching people, I see Leslie Miller. And so my point to you is that even though people know you, there always has to be a bridge of introduction in the constituency. So they know everyone knows Leslie Miller. Leslie Miller is pronounced in his position as a politician, and we could be able to hear Leslie Miller from this particular standpoint. Hey, listen, this is your character reference. You need a character reference.
I heard you with that part. I heard you with that part of the show. I was tuning in at that time, right? And I agree with you in terms of where you are not known. You it's good.
Now, this ain't saying that Darren Pickstock is not known. He's a senator. The entire country, or is a former senator. The entire country knows it.
Let's just go with the narrative that you've said. Where you are not known.
Okay.
It's good and it's wise to utilize persons who have national acclaim.
Yes.
To work for you.
Yes.
Right?
This is a proverbial character reference. That's all this is.
And I heard you call my lady of business in there as, let her and her people go in there, etc. And that is happening with all of the cabinet ministers. And it is happening with the deputy prime minister, and it is happening with the nation's leader.
I know it
Prime
is.
Minister, the Honorable Philip Brave Davis. Right, Howard?
I know it is.
Howard. But beyond them speaking, the people are going to remember you as the candidate. You as the candidate and what you said, what you didn't say, and how you said things. So moving forward, you have to be completely mindful of how everything that you say will impact everybody that you have to canvass before, even F&M supporters, because F&M supporters can be convinced if you are perceived to be sincere and genuine enough and believable, right? It ain't no voter that cannot be reached because nothing is impossible. So I'm saying this, Howard, and I'm going to end right there with this part of your conversation. You have to be mindful of the things that you utter and how it's going to impact all of the voters in the constituency of Golden Isles. Because Vaughn Miller is not here any longer, but he still has family, he still has friends.
He still have church members.
He still have church members. And listen, Howard, at the memorial, I was fortunate to be there. In the role that I flow in, right? Providing some professional work, right? And listen to me, Howard. I heard scores of people give testimonies about the scholarships that Vaughn Miller provided for them to go to high school, to go to university, the scores of the tens of thousands of dollars that he provided for constituents, to give them a support, constituents who felt like they didn't have another option or another way out. And he dug in his pocket and found the money and the resources to invest in them, to start businesses and ensure that they succeeded. I heard testimony after testimony. A gentleman who worked at the Esso gas station, right out there at Roker's gas station, deep in the Southwest, right? Where he said the only thing he knew how to do was pump gas. Those were his words specifically, quote unquote. But that he is a businessman today because of what Vaughn Miller did. Those are the people, they still live in that constituency.
Yeah.
They still vote in that constituency.
Yeah.
You have to be mindful and not get caught up in the hype or bad advice that may be given to you behind the scenes. followed the lead of the PM. To accomplish the objective, you don't have to throw nobody under the bus.
I like it.
You are there to get the job done, and you are getting it done. That's all the people care about at the end of the day.
I like it.
That you are believable.
I like
and that
it.
you follow through with the things that you say you're going to do. That they can trust you.
I like it.
That's my advice.
Thank you, my brother.
God bless, Howard.
Thank you so much for your telephone call, ladies and gentlemen. It's Anton. I write along the same lines with Anton. I'm not going to fight you, and I ain't going to condemn you. I try to be gentle with this. I try to, because I'm an observer, and I know how the media houses work. Okay, and I know how the social media avenues work. And I know that if they like you, they will praise what you're doing as conviction, determination, focus, drive, and commitment. And if they don't like you, they show this as indifference, separation, separate and apart, opposing your organization. And that's what's happening. And I'm not saying that they don't like you, but this is an angle that they sought to be able to dig in on. The Guardian, and more specifically Candia, sought to dig in on this sort of a concept and idea of you presenting yourself as one that opposes the former leadership of Von Miller. I don't read that here, and from your enthusiasm, from your determination, from your posture, from your focus, from your commitment, from the party's consideration to give you an opportunity and all these things. You can't have that. You can't have that posture. You can't. You can't. For the Prime Minister to look over everybody else and to give you an opportunity, it says a great deal about your character, your focus, and the alignment of being able to fall in line with the New Day vision and being able to see that thing come to completion, at least for this term. So I don't believe this story that shows this idea that you're speaking in a sense that the organization has been ignored, and so forth and so on. You can read the article for yourself. It starts to be able to go on. It says Pickstock later posted pictures of him repairing basketball rims in the constituency. Last week, Pickstock hit a Free National Movement candidate, Brian Brown, claiming that he has done nothing transformative or transformational in the Golden Isles constituency. Brown ran for the seat in 2021, but lost to Von Miller, who won with 50% of the votes. Miller won the seat in 2017 with 56% of the votes back then, but he was an F&M. Pickstock suggested that the defeated Free National Movement 2021 candidate has a failed record in Golden Isles. So my opponent, Brown, is making a case for how long he has been around Golden Isles and how long he has been in his party. But for all the years of my reluctant opponent claims that he is under this belt, he has yet to show us an iota, one scintilla, is that what it is? Scintilla of any change on transformational has been led to the cause that happened to the good people of Golden Isles constituency. Yeah, sometimes I just want to be honest with you. I just want to be honest with you as we wrap this thing up. And I just want to say this humbly, and I feel like I shouldn't even enter this into the political fray to even give that sort of but this conversation has already entered into public life. This sort of dissecting of what you've said has already entered into public life. And I know that the intentions are always good when we can be able to release this information. But the truth of the matter is that when we dissect this information, it's for the interpretation. It's left up for the interpreter. Yeah. And as I listen to this, I like that. You should never have to backpedal on what you say. Not that this is what you're going to do. Not that this is what you want to do. Not that we're saying that you got, but if you're squeezed into a position by a noted entity, media entity, and you feel the necessity, because if other people jump onto this now, it's going to be a problem. And so now you may feel the necessity to be able to kind of give an excuse or say this or say that. Let's just shoot straight, guys. Let's shoot straight. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't put yourself in that position. Guys, listen. Don't put yourself in that position. Less is more. Especially when you're ahead. Less is more when you're ahead. We're still playing on the sympathy vote. Less is more in terms of words, and action is required. You don't have to say nothing you didn't pave in the road. You don't have to say nothing. Have a conversation under the light. What you fix. Go play basketball on the rim. Sweep up, paint up the basketball. Whatever. Less is more. Words. Action speaks louder than what you were about to say. All the best, guys. All the absolute best. I'm going to have further conversations with you. I'm going to try to call y'all again. I'm going to try call y'all again to see if I can be able to get you to come down here and have a good conversation with us. It's another time. Enjoy your day, guys. Enjoy your... We're going to see you tomorrow, God spare, right here on The Foundation. Have a great day, guys.
I have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahama land to the foundation.